FishTankTube.com, Dustin's Fish Tanks. What's up, guys? This is Brogan. Talking to you today. A lot of videos, I'll see other people's videos, and it's like, oh, that's a good idea for a video, so I'll make a video about it, just to put more info and things like that out there. So today I was going to talk about fish health, and what you got going on with that. So all my fish are, I'm trying to find a good example. My angel's a pretty good example. This guy has some amazing colors on it. I know you can't see it with this camera, but he's got like Halloween orange growing up here, and my gourami has some cool colors. If you look at his tail, he's got like this metallic, kind of thing going on, pearlescent, whatever you call that. These guys got some color on them. My Corys, they got the emerald green shimmer and whatnot. And but I'm gonna tell you guys, if you're sick or if you're fish, a lot of times you can tell your fish health by how they behave, their eating habits, and their color. So like the day that my gourami looks pale or seems like he's losing color, I'm gonna worry. He's only been gaining color. These stripes were kind of higher up on him. Now they're starting to come down more. So that means he's healthier. These guys actually are kind of changing colors. Their top fins, I don't know if you can, let me see if I can get a good picture, but their top fins just turned like a dirt brown. And that's healthy. That if it went pale or something like that, I'd worry. But it's a good thing. Oh, there's one. Let's see him. See if you can get a good picture of that. But yeah, see that? That's color, man. That's different colors. That's good. It's the same thing with a person. If you turn pale, usually means you're sick. If you got a lot of color in your face, you're usually healthy. It's like with shrimp. If I had a video of like when I had my blue rams, they never got to see this dirt convert, unfortunately, which sucks. They didn't quite make it, but they both, they seemed kind of healthy. Actually, they both seemed really healthy up until like the day that they died. They had like a marking, like on their forehead, and look for stuff like that, like marks, ick. It looks like little crystals on the side of your fish. I think most people know what ick looks like, but, just little like ice crystals on the side of your fish, kind of. Weird things like this guy right here, I kind of worry about her, because it almost looks like she's got a little bit of a crooked spine, which might be tuberculosis. So I got to keep an eye on that. Things like that. But my blue rams, they only had that mark, and what fish will do a lot of times is they'll hide their sickness as long as possible. Because in the wild, if you're sick, it's a weakness, and predators prey on that, so they want to seem like they're not sick. So they'll stay colorful, they'll stay all this stuff, and they won't show you until the last minute. So as soon as you start seeing paleness, them hiding all the time, right? Fish that hide all the time usually are not happy. It kind of depends on the fish, but if you got a fish that doesn't come out or hides all the time or used to come out and isn't coming out anymore, then he's probably sick. And then, especially if they're not eating. Like my fish, they had this huge, like scab or whatever on their forehead, and they'd still come out, and they had all the color, and like the day before they died, they lost all their color, and they kind of like quit moving around and stuff. I just see them like hanging out here at the bottom, and not doing much. And he actually never really hid. He never went in the back and hid. But so fish health, it's something to keep an eye on. Monitor their behavior from day to day, and it's kind of like a daily checkup. Every day you should go look at your tank and be like, okay, is everything going good? Do we have any problems? What's going on? Are my fish all here? How's everybody doing? You know what I mean? And so it's kind of like your dog, you know what I mean? You wouldn't just like leave your dog in some room and never see him the entire day. You want to make sure he's doing all right. So you keep an eye on them and make sure that they're doing all right. Like I said, look for color loss. Color loss is a big sign. strange behavior. Some fish can get angry when they're sick. Oh, look at that, man. There's some like tiny little baby. I think it's like a molly or a platy or something that came in the bag at the fish store. And I figured, what the heck, I'll put him in there and then sell him once he gets bigger. I figured he'd get eaten, but he's lasting. So, but yeah, so, you know, color loss, like I said, behavior, you know, strange behavior. Maybe a fish that wasn't aggressive kind of becomes aggressive. You know, that one's kind of touchy, but, you know, it's more or less for, like, peaceful fish. But, you know, also fish that become, like, shy and timid all of a sudden. Fish that, you know, start hiding all the time. You know, like you come in here and they're not out front all the time. They're always, like, in the back in, like, a hiding spot. Or, you know, they're just sitting down here on the ground. You know, I think most people can tell when their fish are sick. But the thing is to monitor it. So, like, you know, you're not just like, the only time you care about your fish health is when one of them's dying. But like, I look at my fish all the time and go, you know, okay, how are these guys doing? Like, it was so good to see that brown fin, because that means he's healthy. You know what I'm saying? That means he's getting like the nutrients and stuff that he needs, and he's you know, got a good healthy diet, and he's healthy enough to where he's like gaining color. You know, if you ever see a really pretty fish or something like that, you know, a fish that, I mean, I've seen some gorgeous fish. Who is it? Shane Church. You know, his Serpes, his Serpe tetras. I hope that's what they are. I hope they're not the Rasboas. I'm sorry if they are. I'm pretty sure they're Serpe tetras. But if you look at a Serpe tetra, they are like more of a brownish kind of red. They're not really red. They're like very, very light red. Well, his Serpes are like as red as that tiger lotus back there. They're freaking, it's unreal. I've never, ever, ever seen Serpe tetras that color. Ever. And that's because his fish are healthy. You know, they're very healthy fish. So, that's how you can tell, you know, it's like my angel. She's got this Halloween, you know, normally they just get kind of gold up on top. He's chasing my finger. But normally on top, you know, because he's a marble veal, they get this like orange or gold kind of, sorry, not orange, gold going on. Well, he's got like a Halloween orange. You know what I'm saying? That's because he's healthy. You know, my gourami has that like neon, you know, that metallic kind of tint to him. That's because he's healthy. You know, you can tell fish health by their color and their behavior. My cories, you know, you want to look for natural behavior. Natural behavior means they're healthy. If I have like schooling fish that aren't schooling, then they might not be healthy. Now, granted, you know, sometimes if you got like a small school like neons, you know, neons, you really need to have a big school of neons in order to like see their natural schooling behavior. Like, you know, in this little tiny 10-gallon with only 12 of them, they don't really school all hardcore. You know, they kind of hang out in the same area, but they don't like all point the same direction and all make the same movements and stuff like that. So, but, you know, it's just looking for behavior. If I come in here and there's like one of these guys that's hanging out some other spot all by himself, you know, just kind of like hanging out on the ground or something, not acting normal, then that's going to be a symptom of sickness. You know, it's like, and these guys, if these guys, you can also tell like really good fish health. If these guys start acting like a normal school, you know, like, you know, like I said, all schooling together, you know, all pointed the same direction, all doing the same little movements and stuff, then that means they're probably in good health, I would think. I could be wrong about that, but, you know, different things. It's like, you know, movement. If you see a fish that isn't moving around all the time and, you know, just seems sluggish or doesn't seem to be exhibiting natural behaviors, then they're probably not healthy. I don't know what's wrong with my cories. You know, like, this has always kind of concerned me and made me happy at the same time, but these guys are nuts, dude. They swim all across the front of the glass. They swim all over the place all day long. Just like, blah, blah, blah. Super happy, dude. I don't really, you know, my Julieyes don't really do that, but my emeralds do. And, so I'm not quite sure. I think we got a little boning going on in the back between the Amanos. I just noticed that. I don't know what's going on there, but, that sucks, because they won't breed. I'm pretty sure that the Amanos have to have brackish water for the eggs to hatch. So, but, yeah. You know, cool stuff. Also, dude, this Cambodia, so I just cut this plant. If you guys saw in my other video, this plant was like up to about here, right? Well, I woke up this morning and it was all the way up here, like leaning. It was like leaning this way. It probably grew 2-3 inches, like, you know, overnight in like a day, 24 hours. So I had to cut it and I planted it in the back there. But I mean, cool stuff, man. You know, I kind of worry about these guys. It's like, see these guys? They just kind of hang out in the back, you know, my Julie eyes. But they're waking up, they're schooling together. You know, Corey's also chill a lot. I think these guys just got something wrong with them, but I don't know. But, you know, fish behavior. If you guys got any questions, anything else you want to see, any questions, like I said, you know, you saw this video, leave me a comment, you know, whatever, email me, whatever. FishTankTV.com. Late.